There we go. Very nice. And there I am, like, first thing I see on the live feed is my own little stream. I gotta say though, like, the one thing that I've talked about this before and everything, but the one thing I always find annoying is sometimes, like when the one thing I kind of find annoying is that like sometimes when I'm playing certain like I'm trying to like play certain games and all that, um and then it's like I want to say it's PlayStation more most likely with like PlayStation 4 and all that because uh because I think things are slightly different on PS5 versus like PS4, but supposedly there's a bit of a thing to where it's like every single time when you go live on PS4, directly, that is. Um, it's like you try and go live and everything like that, and then then like suddenly it's like, oh, fucking. It almost sounds like, oh, fucking, this, that, and the other is not wanting to, show properly, or like it just changed the thing, or like like it changes the game category stuff completely. Cause like, cause like I can't tell you how many times where it's like I'd be like I can't remember like every single game, but like like I know this game like I know this this Port of Doom and everything like that, and I know also like Dark Souls 3 kind of has that slight little issue as well, where it's like oh it just goes to games and demos, even though like, there's a thing for it, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started since this is not my normal time frame of stream and everything like that. So, yeah, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs, and good morning to all because it is morning time, at least for my time. And welcome to yet another installment of Let's Play Live. So, today I decided to do a little bit of a random thing where so I decided to do a bit of a random little thing where I was going to try and maybe do a little bit of a stream. Because I went to bed kind of early last night and everything, got up kind of earlier than we would, and I was like, I was kind of like, just like, I'm not really doing much of anything like that other than just, like playing Elden Ring, like mostly like, because before I started the stream, I was pretty much on Elden Ring, and I was playing as Pei, just randomly trying to go help people out in their world, by setting up my gold summon, my gold sign to, summoning pools and all that. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, well, I could possibly do like a little stream of Elden Ring, but what about if I just do some more Doom? Because I got a handful of Doom mods that I want to try and, you know, get to in the future. So, why not do the thing that I started quite recently, which is playing Doom 2 with the Doosk NBF 21 demake of a mod. So, you know, so that's what we're going to do. And yes, I know, like things show that I'm on like parallel dimensions, but I pretty much did that because I wanted to, you know, because I want to have like, you know, some silence, and I didn't want to have to fucking deal with the thing. It's like, you know, having like random demos, you know, playing and all that. But yeah, we are on level 10, which is refueling based. Pretty much the thing that I was like kind of shooting for in a way is maybe like trying to do 10 levels at most, you know, or something. So, and also we are playing, and and we are doing a thing where we are playing this on ultra violence, but we are also doing a thing where we're using we have the option of having like, you know, multiplayer items and things like that, from like, you know, like extra weapons, ammo, and possibly like some extra enemies or two. So yeah. And also we are playing this, you know, like classic retro like, you know, original resolution settings. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, last time we played around with the Doosk Demake mod, not counting, you know, with like Doom 2, but it was actually with Doom 1. And there were some slight change. There were some slight changes and like differences between you know, that mod and this, like that mod and this one. For one, the the melee The melee attack was the sword, and everything, and I'm trying to remember, because, like, I think the fucking, I think the chainsaw was not that Dark Claw, or whatever. I legit think it was something else, but I can't remember what it was. Um, I do remember, the shotgun being different. I think it was like an early, I think it was like the early version of what the shotgun was going to be like in Doosk before it got changed into this. Try to remember some stuff about this area. Alright. Again, I forgot about this little area being the place where you would fight the cyber demon. Because yeah, pretty much like pretty much like right in that little area, the only way you can really get to it is by the secret thing that I just went through. And you can technically get like, you can technically get like the drop on the cyber demon in this room. I do love the fact, that these, I do love the fact that these things actually, you know, like they're silent because like for whatever reason, in you know, in classic, you know, my classic Doosk is, you can pretty much make noise by just like punching the air, and somehow every demon every demon that's within like a certain radius, more or less, you know, gets aggroed. Okay, so I believe if I remember correctly, we need to get at least the yellow key. Alright, save it there. I'm kind of hoping at most that I can maybe get to like map 20. Cause there's 32 levels in Doom 2, and yet you kind of have, for the most part, this. see. Blue keycard. Gold coin. Just looking around. Okay, so we got a blue key. So we got some blue key, now we need a yellow. Oh wait. Memory is starting to kind of come back to me, I believe. So I think that the other key is in this maze area somewhere. Yes, there it is. Okay. Back to this. Grab that just for the hell of it. And there we go. Now, usually what I do, you know, in situations like this, where if I'm playing a long game, like like Doom 2, and I'm like, okay, I'm, you know, plugging into here, thus I'm not, you know, like gonna be finishing all, you know, the whole game like one stream. Usually what I'll do is like, you know, for like part one, I'll, you know, like, I'll make like a hard save, you know, and then go from there, and then load it for what I do, you know, like the next part. Sorry, I was kind of just listening to that music. But yeah, I'll look that up, you know, do a part 2 thing of that, and then like the next level that I go to, I will do a new save. I will do a new hard save, you know, just in case if I need someone to fall back on my backup save and everything, and then, you know, once I'm once I'm done with the previous hard save, I get rid of that, and then, you know, rinse and repeat and catch the clip and check, as you know, some would say. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, because we're playing, you know, with the you know, like multiple items, things like that, we have something in here we normally would not be seeing in map 11, which is a cyber demon in the center slide, in the center slide, or central area. You know what? Like, you know what? I just realized there was something I wanted to do here, actually. Like in all the hustle and bustle, I forgot that I forgot about the fucking soul sphere. Because I would like to honestly get that. You know, so I can have... I'll need to fall on this. he's on the right track. What the fuck? Alright, so... Okay, so that's a little bit more, that's a little better. Like, how dare you bite my ass? Alright. Yeah, we're gonna try and see if we can not really worry about the cyber unit and everything. And as soon as I say that, it's like as soon as I say that, I get hit with rockets. Oh. Apparently these three are stuck. Gee, where did these come from? Fucked it. I gotta wait for all that to come, it'll be cleared. Ow, 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 ow! Where the fuck did you come from? What even fucking... Whatever. Anyway. You have won. Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth and escape the nightmare. Now you're the only human left on the face of the planet. Cannibal mutations, carnivorous aliens, and evil spirits are your only neighbors. You sit back and wait for death, content that you have saved your species. But then, Earth Control beams down a message from space. Citizens have located the source of the alien invasion. If you go there, you may be able to block their entry. The alien base is in the heart of your own home city, not far from the starport. Slowly and painfully, you get up and return to the fray. Woo! Alright. Alright, so now I believe that there's going to be a spider mastermind here. I want to say possibly over here. save here. But yeah, I think that I think the one downside per se about the remake of this mod, whether it be like from the Doom 2 variation or Doom 1, is that it's not is that it doesn't seem to be mod compatible per se. What I mean by that is, I believe that you can't really be able to make it to where, I don't think you can be able to really make it to where you can be able to play like, like the remake version of this mod with like a map set mod of some kind. Okay. I don't think that really need to go in here. But yeah, like, Yeah, like I say, it is kind of a shame that apparently that it's like the Demake version of this mod doesn't really seem to like allow for to be for it to be sort of like combined with like megawatts that have like like new maps and shit. Now I'm going to get that. I'm going to just go here. Make some progression. And there we go. Downtown. Okay. Oh, that height like a son of a bitch. I need to try and get more riveter ammo. Well, my browser is over. Yeah. Just want to check some things real quick. Darn it. I hit my mic. Like, darn it, I hit my mic and it fucking configurized it weirdly. Wow. Try not to really worry about instant windows. Ow. I should not have died there. Really? Why am I getting hit when it's like it's like why am I getting hit when it's in the spot I can't even aim towards? Try that again, shall we? Grab that. If there's one thing I would love to, if there's one thing I'd really love to see as far as like a mod goes, especially like for this port, I would really love to see like a Duke Nukem weapons a Duke Nukem weapons demake. Yeah, I would like to see like a Duke Nukem weapons remake and everything like that, where it's like, you know, the and I was talking to Alpha about this, aka the person who made the Doosk mod, and I was kind of thinking to myself, like, you know, like there is, I do believe there is a way, you know, to make it actually be a thing. Not there. And some of the things that kind of like came to my mind was, there's this one mod, I don't know like what it's called per se, but I don't know what it's called per se, but I used to use it like back in like my slightly early times of playing, you know, like new mods, things like that, and, you know, still trying to keep things vanilla-like as possible. And I remember that there was a mod out there. I think it was like called like A_Duke Nukem or something like that, where the majority of the weapons were that of Duke B weapons. I do remember though the one slightly weird issue that I kind of had with it was the Duke 3 RPG. The hands were not Duke hands, but rather the hands of Doom Guy. And I don't think that there was an SSG to accompany, you know, the mod and everything. Should not have gotten bit by that. Even if I was, oh fucking hell. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, like anyway, the pistol and the pistol and the mod, like, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was like as fast as what Duke DD's pistol was known for. But it was slight, but I'd say like it was a slight upgrade, you know, compared to like, you know, I'd say it was like a slight little upgrade compared to what, you know, Doom's pistol was like, or what it is like. I think if I remember correctly, I think like the graphics are a little bit like, eh. So I remember, and I remember always using like another little mod that kind of makes the graphics a little bit nicer looking. Of course, you had the, you know, the Doosk shotgun, the Doosk shotgun. You had essentially like the chain gun cannon, or some of the Ripper. Yeah, you had like, you know, chain gun cannon, Ripper, you know, slash the Ripper, RPG, I think the Freestar pretty much like the I think the Freestar was pretty much like, you know, just like the replacement of the plasma gun, but of course, you know, it's like, but of course, you know, it's like it didn't really freeze anything. And instead of like the Shrinker being the BFG, it was actually the Devastator, and I remember it kind of acted like, the Devastator, but I want to say like the rockets. I want to say like the rockets were like normal sized rockets from the, like RPG and stuff like that. And I think I think for the most part, it's kind of, I know it's kind of like, you know, shoot like in waves of two, you know, because like, you know, I think that's something because remember like how the, you know, the Devastator is normally known to be. But of course, the fifth was Mighty Foot. And I remember like times where I would find like different other like gameplay mods, stuff like that. And I remember like the time where I'd find like other gameplay weapon mods and, you know, things like that. And, Yeah, I remember the times where I would find, you know, like different gameplay mod, like weapon mods, you know, things like that. And one thing I remember, like the one thing I remember was, hello there. Sorry, I'm sorry. Give me a sec. I was just like, I was trying to like see see the thing, but welcome on in, Livestream Merrick. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. And thank you so much for the follow too. I really appreciate it. Live streamer Ricksters. Sorry if I'm kind of like a little bit like up, down, all around. I'm just like, for whatever reason, my pop out Twitch chat is not really showing everything. So it's like, you know, I'm like looking through the most part of my PlayStation, you know, Twitch chat. I guess for whatever fucking reason, it's like, you know, not wanting to update itself. Yeah, welcome on in though. Again, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just playing some Doom 2 with a weapons mod called Doosk Demake, and I was kind of just randomly talking about, and we're also just kind of like, you know, just randomly talking about, you know, weapon, like, you know, like other mod stuff that I've playing around with for classic Doom. There we go. God, I really don't know why it's like there's like those random ass times where, you know, like I go to like my Twitch channel, my PC side and things, and it's like, oh, things are not updating. Yeah, I hope you're having a good, hope you have a good Friday and everything today. And thank you so much for coming on by too. I really appreciate it. So I cooked this thing being slower. How you? Up. I'll move everything as much as I can. Moving our ammo. Sniper ammo. I think let's go over here. No, that's not it. Oil. Okay, I keep forgetting where the fuck the exit is in this map. I'll fuck over there where everything's all grayed out. Alright, the innermost dens. Yeah. I got a fucking... I got a face full of fucking pinky, or fucking face full of specter, like trying to chop my face off. But I do know though that what was I talking? Oh yeah, I was talking about like the Duke like the Duke Nukem weapon spawn thing. Well, I say, can we not be able to, you know, like past that? Yeah, I think probably after this level I might actually call it for the stream. Honestly, I was gonna try and get to like, you know, to at least level 20, but I think it'll probably, but I think it'll be good, good enough. At least we'll get myself basically like like a bit of a head start, for next Saturday, during my active week of streaming. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Alright. Let me see. So we got a red key. Yeah. That, or that. I remember like finding weapons and stuff back then, and kind of like just putting them together to have like what I like to kind of refer to as like the build engine loadout, even if like it's still active like Doom weaponry and stuff like that. So normally what I would do if I was taught to like play things vanilla like, but have a bit of a twist to them. I would have the Doosk weapons mod that I mentioned earlier, but I would combine it with a chainsaw mod that basically is like a Shadow Warrior sword mod that changes the sword, that basically changes Doom's chainsaw into a sword from Shadow Warrior. Yeah, and I would like use a Doosk pistol to kind of give a bit of a better look, everything like that. For the double barrel shotgun or the SSG, whatever you want to call it, I would use the shotgun mod from. I basically would use like Blood's sawed-off shotgun as a replacement for Doom's SSG. Because I mean, come on, fucking Blood's shotgun is best shotgun next to next to, I would say, almost, you know, Doom, like classic Doom, you know, shotgun, super shotgun. Yeah, I'll do that. Um, the chain gun replacement, I believe most of the time was known to be like I believe the chain gun was known to be like I want to say it's probably like an Uzi, like the dual Uzis from Shadow Warrior, or it would be the auto shotgun from Shadow Warrior, but it would act more like a chain gun. Of course, rocket launcher also was known to be the Duke 51 was actual Duke 50 hands. Um, the plasma rifle would be the Tesla cannon from Blood, and the BFG would be a Devastator, you know, because, you know, Devastator. But yeah, so that's gonna go ahead and do it for the stream and everything today. Like I said, I kind of want to just like, you know, just play a little something, something on stream, and you know, maybe hang out with anyone who comes by, or at least, you know, provide entertainment, you know, to someone's day and whatnot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed and everything. And again, you know, thank you, live streamer Rixers, you know, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Um, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream as well. You know, whether you're watching this live or, you know, as a VOD of some kind. You know, but yeah. But I'd say for the time being, though, I'm probably going to, you know, maybe hold off on this, you know, play through it until maybe like next Saturday at most, you know, because it'll be shoot 'em up Saturday where I, you know, I do my stuff and things there. I typed in the thing. Why you give me all these options? Yeah, I'm not really gonna do like my schedule and everything like that, but if everything goes well, I will be trying to stream on Monday, which is the start of my active week of streaming for that week. Yeah, let's see who we can raid. Oh my goodness, road duels and bunny, bunny thing. Handful of people apparently are playing A handful of people apparently are playing some Dead by Daylight. But then there's Brez, I mean... Put my control over here so that we tell it away. Hmm. So yeah, we've been going for about 3 hours. If I've been here before. Nope, and I wouldn't be able to either, because that's follower only chat. Hmm. Shame. Yes. His polyester dude, all of a sudden, it's like he's follower only. My goodness, this is quite the name. N-O-C-T. Mina. S. See if we can run into this person. Playing a game called Maid Cafe on Electric Street. No idea what it's about. No idea how this person's going to be. Hopefully they don't have a raid limit. But, yeah. Alright, so Alright, so yeah, if you enjoy what you saw today, though, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff, and also feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. And apparently we cannot raid into them, so... So, have to back out of that. So I can find maybe like that one person. QD. Raid. Alright, can we raid into them? Yes, we can. Alright, so until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.